now?
Well, actually, I think he's rather wonderful.
She would.
Around the world with Radio Times. Kenya win a trip and a camera with the Radio Times Country File competition. New York with Cagney and Lacey in this week's travel section. From the Sudan to Europe, The March, BBC One's epic film, how and why it was made, in the Radio Times complete guide to One World Week. Robert Redford tells why preservation doesn't mean sacrifice. And as Prince Charles considers the Earth in Balance on BBC One, Radio Times looks at the Prince and the environment. Radio Times gives you a better picture.
Let's look now at the headlines in Wales today. Clwyd County Council has become the first education authority in Wales to ban beef from school menus because of the mad cow disease scare. The council will use other meats while more detailed advice is sought from the Welsh office. Detectives in Cardiff are investigating 2 incidents in which bogus officials tried to examine children in the city as the spate of sinister visits reaches Wales. Police in Dyfed are hunting 2 middle-aged women posing as social workers who called on a house in Narberth asking to examine one of the young children who live there. On being told they were in school, the visitors promised to return later but haven't been seen since. An elderly woman car driver, 85-year-old Gwyneth May Price Herbert, has been killed in a 3-car crash near her home in Llanderbyr in Dyfed today. The driver and passenger of the second car, both in their 70s, suffered whiplash, and the third driver suffered shock, but was not taken to hospital. North Wales lorry driver Philip Davies has been convicted of causing the death of a mother of 7 in a crash in North Wales last year. Sentence on 45-year-old Davies of Wrexham has been adjourned pending a social inquiry report. Finally, wine consumers have been warned to be on their alert following the discovery that some bottles of wine may have particles of glass in them. The bottles to look out for are San Prospero Lambrusco Bianco and Rosato wines. The problem is said to have occurred at the bottling plant in Italy, and all shipments have been suspended. That's a lookout for San Prospero Lambrusco Bianco and Rosato wines. Those are tonight's News of Wales headlines. Well, following another bogus visit by bogus social workers to a house in Narberth, as we've just heard, in tomorrow's edition of Weekday Wales, Peter Johnson will be talking to the NSPCC about its concerns following this first Welsh report of these bogus social workers. That's tomorrow in Weekday Wales with Peter Johnson. Also, on a lighter note, looking at a brand new eating guide for vegetarians. If the mad cow disease gets any worse, then that's set to become a bestseller. That's all with Peter Johnson tomorrow morning on Radio Wales. That and the rest of the day's news agenda on air 7 o'clock. Look then at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Tonight will be dry with some patchy low cloud forming on southwest-facing coasts and hills a little later in the night. By dawn, there may also be one or two mist or fog patches in sheltered inland areas. Temperatures falling no lower than 8 degrees Celsius with the southwesterly winds gradually decreasing. Tomorrow, any early morning mist or fog patches will soon clear, and it'll be a fine, dry day with a good deal of warm sunshine. Maximum temperatures a degree or so higher than today's, reaching around 18 degrees Celsius in many inland areas as the winds become very light. The best of the sunshine in coastal regions, but with onshore breezes developing, it'll be a little cooler there than it will be inland. In brief, misty in places overnight, but a fine, dry day with warm sunshine is in prospect for Thursday. An announcement now for viewers using the Taffswell, Llanbryn Mawr, Rhondda and Rhondda B relay stations. Tomorrow, Thursday the 17th of May, all services from Taffswell will be off the air from 9:30 until 10:30 in the morning to enable the IBA to carry out an electrical inspection. Also, all services from Llanbryn Mawr will be off the air from 9:30 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon. And all services from Rhondda and Rhondda B will be off the air from 9 until 11 in the morning and again from 3 until 5 in the afternoon to enable the Electricity Board to carry out essential maintenance work. We'd like to apologise in advance for any inconvenience that this may cause. Well, that's it for Wednesday's viewing here on BBC1 Wales. There is no more. Brief reminder that tomorrow our programmes are slightly rearranged to accommodate, of course, the Cup final replay. Means that EastEnders will be on air here the slightly earlier time tomorrow of 10 to 7, and then that Cup final replay between Man United and Crystal Palace on air around about 7:20. Anyway, as I say, that's it for Wednesday. Do join us tomorrow. Busy and varied evening's viewing, as ever. But for now, from me and all my colleagues here, very good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.